Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome to another breakdown video. The Grim and the Grave. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but that trailer will be playing in the background. This video came out yesterday, released by Total War. Actually leaked a little bit before then, which I may do a different video on it. I'm not sure on the leaking of the stuff, but I really wanted to give a breakdown. I'm very excited for this trailer. I'm not gonna lie, Warhammer has been something I haven't wanted to worry about lately. There's been a lot more different things I've wanted to focus on. Total War Tillamods primarily, and then some other games that I've been wanting access to, and Warhammer just hasn't been on my mind. Not that it's not a good game, but I watched, I don't remember who said it. If I remember, then I'll mention him in the description. But, it was Lord Rexasaur. He was just saying that it's not a bad game at all, and I agree. It's just that it's meant to, the Warhammer is meant to be played with all the factions, and with all the factions not present, it lacks repeatability. Which I would agree 100%. But this DLC, The Grim and the Grave, has really reignited my passion for the Warhammer series. So I'm going to kind of break it down. I'm going to go through it pretty quickly, just basically explaining everything that's on their Steam page, so you don't have to, or if you just like hearing my voice, because a lot of people do, then we'll just go through it. So Total War Warhammer The Grim and the Grave is the first Lords pack for the Total War Warhammer universe. Bolstering the forces of both the Empire and the Vampire accounts, introduces famous rival characters and new iconic units from the world of Warhammer fantasy battles to your campaigns and battles. It comes with 2 new legendary lords with new quest chains, magic items, and skill trees, 2 new additional lord types, 5 all-new battlefield units plus variants, 5 new battlefields for custom battles, and 18 elite regiments of renown. So I'm not going to go through that. Let's go through the legendary lords. Volkmar the Grim is the Grand Theogonist, the head of the cult of Sigmar and the most powerful religious leader in the Empire. He is a pious and foreboding man who is utterly devoted to the destruction of chaos in all of its forms. When he accompanies an army in a battle, he typically rides atop the resplendent war altar of Sigmar, inspiring the soldiers around him to great acts of heroism as he strikes the followers of evil down with powerful blows and words of divine force. Volkmar is a holy terror on the battlefield, a man who fights with the fury of Sigmar himself. It is said that his soul is forged of steel, and he fights with the malign influence of chaos with every fiber. He fights the malign influence of chaos with every fiber of his being. Campaign bonuses: any flagellant you recruit into his army will gain improvements to their weapon damage and charge bonus stats. It will be cheaper. He gets his own quests. The Jade Griffin provides a massive augment that regenerates his health. The Staff of Command brings a number of improvements to his combat skills, public order management, and post-battle loot income. Volkmar can unlock 3 grand battle prayers to utter in combat, improving the offensive and defensive capabilities of himself and those around him, which I think is really cool. He has a unique mount. It's the War Altar of Sigmar. It's a resplendent fighting platform replete with a vast bronze griffin bearing Gal Miraz. And he has unique skills, Para Bellum Adamus and Heretic Hunter, which improve the abilities of Flagellants and Warrior Priests, both campaign and in battle. Now, HELMAN GHORST, that was obviously the Empire Legendary Lord. This is the Vampire Count Legendary Lord. HELMAN GHORST was once a man, yet that life was ripped from him. The loss of his father and brothers, to plague St. Ghorst into an obsessive madness, he began studying the black arts in the hope of returning his lost kin to life. Coming to the attention of Manfred von Karstein, the Count taught him necromancy, transforming HELMAN into something beyond the grief-maddened man from Tempelhof. Now he is carried through the night on a bone-rigid cart, pulled not by horses but by the brothers he so desperately wished to save. That's awesome. Each a once handsome farrier, restored to a mockery of life, forced to stumble along the head of their brother's unloving host. That is amazing. Talk about irony. Campaign bonuses. When chosen to lead a grand campaign, he offers a bonus to the casualty replenishment rate of all Vampire Count armies. Ooh, all of them? Interesting. In addition, all units in HELMAN GHORST's army gain poison attacks. I like that. HELMAN may embark on a quest for the Liber Noctis, a legendary tome which weakens his enemies in battle and enables him to use special abilities more frequently. His unique mount, he can unlock the Brothers GHORST corpse cart. That's so awesome. Drawn by the undead remnants of his brothers, this unique mount vastly improves his weapon strength and damage output. You saw the corpse cart in the trailer. A unique spell, Awaken from the Grave, HELMAN's unique spell summons a unit of Grave Guard, or, when upgraded, a White King to fight for him. That's cool. HELMAN has the unique skill Leading from the Front, which improves the abilities of Plague-bearing corpse carts and the Phantasmal Mortis engine. Now we have new lords. We have an Arch-Lector, High Priest of the Cult of Sigmar is the Grand Theogenist, and beneath him are his two Arch-Lectors, grim, imposing figures both on and off the battlefield. The duty of the Arch-Lectors protect the populace and cast out evil. They epitomize the warrior courage of Sigmar himself, leading the front where they manifest power of God and inspire whole armies to acts of heroism. Arch-Lectors can learn 3 battle prayers, much like the legendary lord, but they're just different, I'm assuming. Hammer of Sigmar improves the Arch-Lector's melee skill. Shields of Faith is an area effect augment, improving their damage resistance, and Soulfire is a large area effect, causing mass magical damage to enemy units. And I have to sneeze. Excuse me. The lords for the vampire counts is the Strigoi Ghoul King. The pallid creatures, known as the Ghoul Kings, are in fact once proud Strigoi vampires, forced into a troglodytic existence. Although all Strigoi descend from the same ancient lineage of Ushoden, they have evolved to become something far fouler and more hate-filled than their brethren. The Ghoul Kings spend their days creeping through hidden places of the world, but under the cover of night, they wreak their vengeance on the head of the shambling army of the undead. Powerful warriors and spellcasters, the Ghoul Kings wield a mixed lore combining spells from the lore of vampires and the lore of death, and may unlock the ride Terrorgeist in battle. That's going to be a really cool unit to fight with. Unique spell, Command of the Unliving. The Strigoi Ghoul King's unique spell summons a unit of Crypt Horrors, or when upgraded, a unit of Crypt Horrors, or summons a unit of Crypt Ghouls, or an upgraded unit of Crypt Horrors, which is pretty sweet. Now we're going to quickly run through the units. I may not even really go into the descriptions for these because I don't want it to be too long. New units drawn by a shambling zombies. We got a corpse cart. It acts like a magnet for dark magic, drawing their power from the land itself and reanimating the dead around them, which basically is just, I'm assuming it will randomly replenish troops, which is a pretty cool thing. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go into these a whole bunch. The Mortis engine, the remains of necromancers and lich lords are sometimes enshrined within a Mortis engine, a cage of fused bones surrounded by trappings of grandeur and borne to war by a host of spirits bound into the infernal device. It's been crafted with care. The creator's souls of past leaves a human skin from its pages. Books can be a boon to the twisted practitioners of necromancy. It's a magical support chariot. Okay. Regenerates hit points for itself and nearby friendly units, and causes magical damage to nearby units within the same radius. The Free Company Militia are their dual-role hybrid units armed with both short-range pistols and swords. They can fight the situation demands with Vanguard deployment. They can be deployed deep in the field. Flagellants are both frenzied and unbreakable. Their Strength of the Penitent special ability supercharges their fighting skills, conferring enhanced physical resistance and melee defense. I think they're kind of like the Fanatics, or whatever they were in Medieval 2 that you could recruit during Crusades. The Knights of the Blazing Sun. This is a Templar order. Pride themselves in learning the very arts and sciences of war. They are shot cav, akin to the famous Reichsguard. The Knights of the Blazing Sun carry glinting shields, which blind those which cause them harm. This confers a certain resistance to magical damage, alright, and their righteous zeal also grants them flaming attacks. Sweet. Okay, so regiments are renowned, as has been explained before, they are elite units whose statistics are much improved over their standard counterparts. They can be unlocked for recruitment and then recruited straight into the army, so they don't need any kind of cooldown. It doesn't take any turns. They literally will do it right as soon. Alright, so you have the Tattered Souls, which are flagellants. That gives an increased unit size to the flagellants. Little remains of this, yada yada yada. The Sterling's Revenge, these are free company militia. They have stock, armor-piercing missiles, and they are immune to psychology. Hammer of the Witches is a great cannon, which gives enhanced physical resistance, and shells cause magical damage. That's cool. Sigmar's Sons, which are swordsmen, they are unbreakable. Silver Bullets, which are handgunners, they have stock, the stock ability, and I'm assuming that means Vanguard. And bullets deal magical damage, which I really like those. I'm looking out to play the Silver Bullets for sure. The Sunmaker, it's a Hellstorm rocket battery. It has flaming attacks and an increased number of missiles per volley. That's pretty sweet. The Templehof Luminarch, which is a Luminarch of Hish. It has Encourage and the net of Amentok. The Royal Altdorf Griffites, which are Demigrits. They cause terror, which I thought they caused terror anyways. And then Zentler's Reichsguard, they are obviously upgraded Reichsguard units, and they have Vanguard deployment. That's really cool. For the Vampire accounts, now the Vampire accounts have Legends of Renown as well. They have the Feasters in the Dusk Crypt Ghouls. They have stock and Vanguard deployment. The Devils of Schwarzenhofen, which are Vargeist, they have Vanguard deployment. The Dire Pack, this is a unit of Direwolves. They have bonus versus large, increased mass, and size. The Sternmen, these are Graveguard, they have regeneration. The Tithe, which are zombies, elite zombies, okay. Increased size and physical resistance. The Chillgeists, which are Hex Race. Magic resistance and slowing aura. The Claw of Nagash, which are the Mortis engine, has magical resistance and slowing aura. Varix Reavers, which are Black Knights, have regeneration. And the Konigstein Stalkers, which are skeletal warriors, have poison attacks and improved armor. So that is it, guys. So at the end of this, if you guys are still watching this, and I may put a little timestamp, I am going to be doing a Empire campaign. I think everyone's pretty much in the end game, and I know a lot of people are tired of watching Warhammer, but with all of these new units in here, I kind of want to play as the Empire. So I'm going to try it out at least. And so once the campaign, or once the DLC is out, be on the lookout for a new campaign. And yeah, so I'm very excited to play this again. This has kind of reignited my passion for Warhammer and really started to get my brain working and really started to just get me excited again. And that's what I really needed for Warhammer, because I don't want to be bored with it. It's just repeatability is just not there. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. Be on the lookout for more updates on this if I get them. Other than that, this is Havoc, and I'm out of here. Peace!